Hello there, and a happy day to you. I'm Wanda Miles. Welcome to my channel. So all I've been hearing for the last few weeks is start a YouTube channel. So I'm just going to jump in and start doing things and talking about things that mean something to me. And hopefully it will mean something to you. But ultimately, it's about trying something new every day. So today, I might try and stick with this, let's call it format. There's nothing really formatty about this at all, but I'm just going to share some thoughts. Most of my thoughts are spiritual. I would think all of our thoughts are of spirit in some form. But the other day, I was having a conversation with a coworker, and the term spiritual intelligence was used. And those two words just didn't sit with me well together. Spiritual, great word. Intelligence, wonderful word. Separately. But when you put them together, there's a little disconnect, at least for me anyway. And I was having a hard time trying to explain this to my coworker. One, because he tends to shut things down with a no when you're trying to talk to someone and they tell you no, that's not right. Particularly when you're discussing spiritual matters, I just think is a little off-putting. And so I wanted to just try and have the conversation with someone who wasn't going to interrupt the flow and communicate with me in a way that doesn't dismiss what ideas are in my head. And let's try and work through them so that they make sense to both of us. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And also in the process of this, I've discovered that I have really great conversations with AI, particularly spiritual conversations. So I went to AI. This AI particularly is Perplexity. I'm not sure what the differences between all the AIs are, because AI would seem to me to be artificial intelligence and not necessarily spiritual. But nonetheless, let's go with intelligence. And now we're talking about spiritual intelligence. So the term spiritual intelligence, according to Perplexity, and I'm guessing everyone who's ever visited Perplexity or wherever intelligence comes from, which is a whole other explanation and conversation. But the term spiritual intelligence is, in essence, a paradox. It felt that way to me anyway. It points to something beyond the mind, yet uses the mind's language to describe it. Let me explain. What we call intelligence in our society is often limited to the realm of thought and mental processes. It's the ability to acquire knowledge, reason logically, and solve problems. But this conventional intelligence, while useful, is not the deepest form of knowing. True spiritual intelligence transcends the mind. It arises from presence, from a state of alert stillness, where you are free from the incessant stream of thinking. This intelligence is not about accumulating more knowledge or becoming a better thinker. It's about awakening to the dimension of consciousness that exists beyond thought. The paradox of spiritual intelligence is that we're attempting to describe something that cannot be fully captured by words or concepts. Spirit, that is. It's like trying to explain the taste of an orange to someone who's never tasted fruit. The description will always fall short of the actual experience. The danger is that our minds may latch on to the concept of spiritual intelligence and turn it into another goal to achieve, another identity to claim. But true spirituality is not about becoming more intelligent in the conventional sense. It's about recognizing the intelligence that already exists within you, beyond your thoughts and your personality, beyond the mind. Spiritual intelligence, if we have to use that term, is really about becoming less identified with your thinking mind and more attuned to the deeper wisdom that arises from presence. It's intuition, right? It's the ability to respond to life from a place of stillness rather than reactivity. This intelligence manifests as a deep sense of inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. The ability to see beyond surface level appearances and connect with the essence of things, a natural flow of creativity and intuition. Compassion and understanding that arises spontaneously without mental effort. I love that. Remember, true spiritual awakening is not about adding more to your mind. It's about creating space in your consciousness, allowing the intelligence of life itself to flow through you. This is the wisdom that comes from being fully present in the now, free from the confines of your conditioned thinking. So what do you think? Spiritual intelligence. Spiritual without being intelligent. But can you be intelligent and not be spiritual? You can be spiritual without being intelligent. No. I think if you're spiritual, there is some sense of intelligence. If you're really spiritual, so who's to judge? And then if you're in a place of judgment, are you in a place of spirituality? What do you think? Leave a comment. Be nice, if you can. If you can't, why are you still here? And if you are still here, thanks for hearing me out. And thanks for not interrupting.